Hello everyone, reart.ai with you, and today we will show you how to generate characters, the same characters, in the same places, but in different poses and from different angles. To do this, we can go to the Sketchfab website, where we can find a large number of 3D models, for example, yes, these, which we can further view from different angles and take screenshots. Or we can take a picture of some room that we're in, also from different angles. What we need photos of the same place, which we can regenerate and put the desired character there. Well, for example, let's take this simple house now. Let's take a screenshot to use it further. Next, we will probably change the angle to some other one and just take another screenshot so that it can also be used further. Now we are keeping it all together. Next, let's move on to our canvas in which we will work. Here we need to create one frame and press the edit button, or we can double-click, just tap on the top of the frame. What do we need next? Let's try to add the background that we just took for the screenshot, or yes, here we have it. Let's say this is the first background. And we'll ask you to use this background, in addition to the reference, to also use the depth of the picture as a perspective, so that you can really leave the background constant. Next, stretch it over the entire canvas. Now we have a kind of background. Let's try to add a character there. For example, now I also have preloaded poses. Poses can also be edited on the Magic Poser web app. We will also share it in the community. Let's go back, that is, here we choose, let's choose one now, and choose one hero that we also generated before, drag it to the canvas, reduce it a little. Again, you need to follow the rules of perspective. Yes, if it is too big, it will look unnatural, so, for example, we will put it somewhere. Here, for example, we have the background and we have the hero himself. Now we can write some simple sample of a prompt and try to start generating. Let's see what happens. That is, in fact, this character should be in this pose against this background, only slightly modified, of course, because all this will be created from scratch, that is, each pixel will be regenerated. Basically, we have to wait another 10 seconds. Sometimes you face a problem when you upload very large photos there in the background. Here now the limit of up to 1.5 megabytes of photography will work. You can also just load the background, not use it in any way as a perspective or as a depth, that is, use only the reference itself, yes, regenerate it there, and so on. So, well, we can see how it was recreated. Yes, that is, in principle, this is the frame we have left. We can go back for now. Let's leave it as it is, create another one. We could regenerate it again, but now let's try to load a different angle of a background. Also, let us load a hero with a different pose. So here we're going to select this character in a different pose, and we're going to add it to the canvas. The prompt could be something like a man is sitting in front of the house. We can write something like this. Then generate again. This time it's probably going to be a little bit faster because the models are cached and skewed in the GPU memory and everything will be generated without preloading. Here we keep the previous backgrounds that we loaded. Here we also have our preloaded poses, which can also be downloaded, can be deleted if you have too many of them there. And all of them are saved for a specific project. If you create another project there, you'll see roughly only those photos. Let us go back and leave generated photos like this, just to compare. It was possible to regenerate them again and again, write that if it is winter, and so on. But in general, that is, we see that this character remains same almost in 80 to 90% against this background. We maintain the composition and by this way we can create various comics and so on. After the implementation of InPaint, it will also be possible to paint over individual parts of the image and generate them again and again. That is, not the whole picture, not the whole composition, yes, only certain characters, certain parts of the characters, and so on. That's all! We look forward to your comments, joining to our community, use of the product, and we look forward to seeing you next time on new tutorials. Thank you all.